Bam Margera was MTV's biggest male star in 2002. He had $45 million, a castle, and millions of fans. But in 2022, he was banned from Jackass forever and sued everyone he knew. The truth? A single night in 2011 destroyed everything. By 2023, he posted a video saying he would smoke crack until he died if he couldn't see his son. Cops found him hours later. This wasn't just another celebrity meltdown. What happened to Bam went deeper than anyone knew. And today, we're uncovering the real story Hollywood tried to bury. Bam Margera entered the world as Brandon Cole Margera on September 28, 1979, in West Chester, Pennsylvania, inside a loud and loving working-class home shaped by Italian, German, English, and Welsh roots. His mother, April, worked as a hairdresser, his father, Phil, was a baker, and their house ran on creativity more than rules. From the very beginning, Bam was restless. At just 3 years old, during family gatherings, he would sprint straight into walls again and again, laughing as he did it. Instead of scolding him, his grandfather laughed and started calling him Bam Bam, after the cartoon character from the Flintstones. The name stuck. As he grew older, school friends shortened it to Bam, and without realizing it, he had already found the name that would follow him for life. It fit him perfectly. Loud, reckless, funny, impossible to ignore. His uncle Vincent, later known to the world as Don Vito, was always around, pulling pranks, pushing limits, and showing Bam that shock and laughter could live side by side. Long before cameras or fame, the tone of his future was already set. By the time Bam was 7 years old in 1986, he had found skateboarding. It was not a hobby, it was an obsession. By 1991, he was already skating at Love Park in Philadelphia, a legendary spot. In 1994, Chris Robb was expelled for smearing feces on lockers, and Bam lost the only reason he cared about being there. He dropped out during his junior year. His mother, April, stepped in and homeschooled him so he could earn his GED. From that moment on, everything went into skating, filming, and creating. It was a risk, but it felt natural. By 1998, Bam was filming for Toy Machine's Jump Off a Building video. That year, he landed a full loop, becoming the 13th person ever to do it, and the first street skater to pull it off. The cost was brutal. He fractured his wrist multiple times during that stunt alone. Over the course of his career, he would break his wrist more than 11 times, suffer over 15 elbow breaks, and rack up countless other injuries. Doctors warned him his body was breaking down. He kept going anyway. Pain became part of the story. By the mid-1990s, Bam was entering amateur contests, but trophies never mattered much to him. What mattered was the footage. He realized early that videos traveled further than medals. By 1998, he was considered pro, not because of contest wins, but because people could not stop watching him. That shift changed skateboarding. Entertainment value became just as powerful as technical skill. The CKY crew officially formed in 1993, built around Bam, Ryan Dunn, Brandon DiCamillo, Rake Yon, Brandon Novak, and Jess Margera. The name CKY came from Jess's band, which took its name from the 1983 horror film Sleepaway Camp. Bam filmed everything: fights, falls, pranks. Nothing was polished. It was raw and uncomfortable, and that was the point. By October 2000, the Jackass pilot aired on MTV. 2.4 million people watched. Almost instantly, Bam and Ryan Dunn became the heartbeat of the show. The energy felt dangerous and honest at the same time. Stunts like the sweatsuit cocktail vomit challenge shocked people because they felt real. Nothing looked staged. Between 2000 and 2002, Jackass rewrote what reality TV could be. There were no filters, no safety nets. And by 2002, Bam had become MTV's biggest male star. Skateboarding, pranks, family torment. It all blended into one wild identity that audiences could not look away from. As the fame grew, the stunts got darker. In 2001, the infamous turkey fuck bit was filmed. Bam tied a dead turkey to Ryan Dunn's car and drove at 50 miles per hour through open roads. The turkey exploded. Guts and feathers covered everyone nearby. It was disgusting, it was shocking, and it became legendary. That moment captured what Jackass had become, pushing past comfort, past taste, past safety. Across 25 episodes from 2000 to 2002, Bam stayed at the center of the most dangerous ideas. The controversy brought warnings and backlash, but it also locked his image into pop culture forever. From 2002 to 2005, viewers saw Castle Bam in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Indoor skate ramps, secret tunnels, prank rooms. It felt less like a house and more like a playground built for destruction. That home became central to Viva La Bam, where chaos spilled into family life. Those Cribs episodes made Bam feel untouchable, larger than TV, larger than reality. The movies pushed things even further. In 2002, Jackass the movie filmed the Porta Potty Slam in Andover, Massachusetts. Bam and Ryan Dunn were launched inside a portable toilet using bungee cords at speeds close to 40 miles per hour. The impact was violent. Both suffered concussions. Dunn was hospitalized. The toilet was filled with real waste. The area had to be evacuated. Authorities threatened legal action. The footage became iconic for all the wrong reasons. In 2006, Jackass #2 crossed another line. Bam performed the butt chug stunt. A beer was forced into his body using a funnel. He suffered severe alcohol poisoning. His blood alcohol level became dangerously high. He ended up in the hospital. In the same film, a live snake bit him on the genitals. Stitches followed. Scars remained. Doctors later said the beer enema could have killed him. What looked like shock comedy was real medical danger. By 2010, Jackass 3D raised the stakes again. Bam wore a Tesla coil suit during the sweat loaf stunt. High-voltage shocks tore through his body. Burns formed. Doctors worried about brain hemorrhage. Filming stopped multiple times. Even Johnny Knoxville needed medical checks. The footage had to be heavily edited. Safety rules finally began to change, but the damage was already done. In Jackass 3.5 outtakes released in 2011, the jet engine stunt shocked fans. Bam stood near a jet engine producing 10,000 horsepower. The blast threw him more than 20 feet. Several ribs broke. Internal injuries followed. He was rushed to the hospital. The stunt raised serious questions. People started asking if the laughs were worth the cost. Then the CKY family poured in. Brandon DiCamillo and Chris Robb popped up with wild cameos, and the whole thing moved with that unpredictable group energy that fans knew too well. One moment that stuck with people was DiCamillo going off on a freestyle rant about a reverse microwave, and it felt like the camera just happened to be there at the right time. And when the characters finally snapped and vandalized the girlfriend's house, they even offered $100 to anyone willing to help. Like Rage had its own price tag. Critics brushed it off, but the fans did not. They saw the raw amateur humor and held onto it. Haggard dropped on June 23, 2003, and it kept living after that, because it felt like a piece of the CKY world that could not be cleaned up even if someone tried. That same messy spirit came back again with Minghags, the strange sequel built around a ridiculous invention called the garbage juicer, a machine that blends trash into drinkable smoothies. The idea was gross on purpose, and Bam leaned into it hard. Filming began on April 5, 2007, but the movie dragged on for 2 years, and the long timeline matched his erratic schedule and the film's anything goes attitude. Bam played Lenny, teaming up with his friend Ponce to get revenge on a villain who steals the juicer, and the juicer itself became the running joke that kept popping up like a bad smell you cannot escape. It was shot in Pennsylvania again, and there was talk of trying to keep it PG-13, but it landed with an R rating because of heavy swearing and nudity. Then there was the Garbage Smoothie Challenge, where characters actually drank blended trash, and people either laughed, gagged, or did both at once. Critics tore it apart, but fans remembered it because it was bold, filthy, and fearless, in the exact way Bam always was. The official release date landed on December 31st, 2008, and it rolled into wider distribution in 2009, almost like the film could not decide when it wanted to show up, but it showed up anyway. While his movies were spiraling through chaos, his eye for visuals was getting sharper, and that is where his music video era kicked in. In 2009, he also released the book Serious as Dog Dirt, packed with sketches, poems, and personal journal-style pieces, and fans read it like a peek into his head because it was messy, honest, and hard to separate from the person behind the fame. Even when the business and friendships were shaking, Bam still threw himself into stunts, and pain, like that was the only language he trusted. In 2010, he starred in the one-off Spike TV special Bam's World Domination.